Hello and welcome to a new season of Arsenal Above All. It's been a while, it's been a few months since we last did a show. Lots have happened in that time. It's been a crazy summer. The summer I'm calling the head loss summer for reasons football related and non-football related. But we're back tonight with Mac and obviously myself. We're going to talk about this head loss summer. Let's make a few entries in the transfer market, hopefully a couple more, and we'll talk about that and a little kick about on Sunday at the a broken old stadium. I think they've still got rats running around there, and I don't think they fixed the roof yet, but they're still splashing money like no one's business. But that to talk about as well. But of course, before all of that, let's go. Welcome to the show, Mac. How you doing, man? It's been a while.
I'm good.
The last show we did was the Madrid
recap,
when you brought in your videos and your dossier of intel. Obviously, you infiltrated the stadium and everything. How you feeling, man? How you been?
I'm good. I'm good. Good to see you. Thank you for inviting me back for the first show back, and I appreciate it. So, it's been a while, and a lot's happened since then.
It has indeed. So let's get things started. Obviously, it's been a while since we've been on. A couple of reasons. A lot of it was losing a bit of the passion of the way things were going at the end of the season. Obviously, once the title was kind of sewn up, it was kind of like okay. And I think the football and everything as well kind of checked out a little bit with what was going on. And then also, obviously, had a bereavement. I lost my mum the beginning of May, and obviously, that knocked me for six and kind of put everything on the back burner. So it was like, okay, forget about things. And it's been a strange summer, but been away. Had a nice break with the kids and the wife, and back on it now. Really good support from yourself, Mac, and
pleasure. And you were right to take a break.
Yeah, man. Thank you. And good. All the support from James and Jack, Anthony, Neil, yourself, Brian, Steve, everyone that's sort of part of the show who found out about it. Melvin, he reached out as well. So thanks for all that support So we thought, well, let's get back on it. It's an exciting season ahead. First and foremost, let's have a recap on what we've missed out on, which was these ladies doing the madness. I think
incredible.
Doff our caps to them. A fantastic achievement, beating the heavily fancied Barcelona in the final. It looks like we may not be finished with them. I think we might be trying to get one or two of their players across, which would be nice, of course. But respect for them, putting a bit of pressure on the men's team and Arteta, and they didn't stop there. They followed up with a couple of signings, obviously Tim Hines and Olivia Smith, obviously for her and the big money as well. And I think they still are looking to do some action in the transfer market. So it's been pretty good so far with the way that we're attacking this summer. Obviously, we had the start of the summer and everybody was kind of losing their minds because nothing had happened yet. We've seen what City and Chelsea had done because obviously they were involved in that competition. But what's your thoughts on that, Mac, in terms of the strategy, in terms of how we went about it?
So obviously, people, including ourselves, didn't understand the Berta way. He's a different type of magician, right? And, he's not a guy who is Arteta's friend.
Yeah.
Hi, you're all right. Hi, you're right. I can see you. You're right. Everyone said hello. Yeah. Hi, guys. It's good to see you before I get to it. So, yeah, a different type of magician. And I think all of us had our reservations, really. This guy, what's this guy about? What is he doing? Why is nothing happening? Why is he scrimping and scraping over small money, which we thought a bit small money? And, you know, it was frustrating. It was painful at times. But when we realized how this guy works, we realized that actually he has done things in an incredible way. It's been painful that even the whole Zubimendi thing and obviously the Gyökeres thing, but you know they're in the squad and they play for Arsenal. So I think we just had to get our minds right. It's almost like getting a new boss.
Yeah.
You used to work a certain way of a boss and the way they like it. And then you got a new boss. You don't know how they work and why they did it this way and that way. But you realize that actually this way is actually even effective, but even more effective than the old boss. That's how it feels like at the moment.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. I think it's the way that the way we've completed the deals. Now,
yes,
everyone's kind of went a bit crazy because it should have been a number 9 first. We kind of knew Zubimendi was coming, but it should have been after him. It should at least been the number 9, and then after that, then maybe the left winger, and then after that, anybody else. Because it was him, you know, Kepa was actually announced first before Zubimendi, wasn't he? I think.
Yeah.
And then after that, I think it was Norgard that was announced after that, and then it was who was it? Then it was Zubimendi. And then after Zubimendi, it was who was it? It wasn't Mosquera. It was Madueke.
Yeah.
Madueke. It might have been Mosquera. But it was just the fact that the way it was dropped. I think everybody kind of lost their minds because it wasn't the striker. Obviously, we were saying, okay, you know, for the best part of the summer and last year and the year before that, it was like, we know it's going to be Sesko. It would be lovely to get the guy that's refusing to play for Newcastle at the moment. You know, that was the kind of the dream, and we said the impossible dream. But now, obviously, we know who we've got. We've got this guy, this monster.
Yeah. Correct.
Because I know we've had conversations about it, because you knew about Sesko, didn't you? But you kind of knew about Gyökeres because I kept on talking about him. Going on about this guy. I said, look, this guy, he's a real deal. What's your thoughts on it? Obviously, what you saw at the weekend, and then just how that whole thing came about.
Well, I'll talk about the other transfers in a minute, but let's talk about Gyökeres, because obviously he's front and center. That's what he's the box office. He's the star of the show. He's the guy that we've all come to watch, really. Let's be honest. He's the end product man. He's the man that there's expectation to score 20 plus goals and to be up there fighting for Golden Boot. And, you know, basically, you know, his record is pretty much a goal pretty much every game. Now, fair enough, the Portuguese League and the Champions League as well, but pretty much every game he scores or he comes close. I just think that you, over and over again, and props to you, bro, the way that you talked about this guy and kept on sending those videos to me. This guy's scoring like this. Watch this goal. Look at this hat trick. Look at this. And I thought, wow, this guy is good. This guy is good. Obviously, you're good for putting the spotlight. But I don't know. I said that you manifested this guy. I don't care what anyone. You manifested, because this guy was not on our radar. 2 years, Arteta's chasing Sesko. First year couldn't get him because Sesko felt he wasn't ready, because obviously the levels. And then obviously it comes to the second year, pushing. And then obviously Edu changed, left. And then obviously our man came. Obviously tried to get him in January. They said, nah, we want to get Champions League. That's obviously RB Leipzig. And we know what they're like anyway, Red Bull Leipzig. And then obviously they were, nah, we can't have him. Then we went for him in the summer. But by that time, obviously Berta came in. And Berta had his own plans. And I said that at the top of the show. Berta is not Arteta's friend, and I think that's where the shift has changed because Edu would do Arteta's bidding. It's not the case. He fancied Gyökeres, and that's the man he wanted. He didn't want Sesko. They obviously played the game. He obviously talked to both of them. Both of the guys who are in charge are maniacs, let's be honest. These guys are absolute psychos. You know, One with Gyökeres obviously breaking gentleman's agreement, and with Sesko just lumping the price up to ridiculous amounts. I mean, ridiculous. For a guy who has not been proven, who could be another Nunez, asking for Lily 18, 19, whatever it was in the end. So obviously he went for the guy who was more likely. And obviously we know what Gyökeres did. And props to the guy. I'll tell you what, it's crazy. But the girl on strike, getting his agent, apparently he's paying him 20 grand though a week to pay off his little kind of, you know, his agent not taking his fee, 8 million. I mean, this is extreme measures to get out of the club.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's crazy. And he got him out. It's not like Gyökeres has got friends, not like the Madueke situation or some of the other people we'll talk about later, where you got mates in the club. You can talk to the nice Saka and all that. No, he just made it say, I'm leaving this club. And, you know, for it to get to that point, amazing. I think Gyökeres, what I saw on the weekend, we'll talk about Zubimendi and how important he is. I mean, he's pivotal. But I think Gyökeres, with the service he's going to get, is going to get goals. I think he's going to do more than 20 goals. I think he could potentially have a Haaland type of season, first season. I think he's going to be up there. And everyone's talking about this, that, and the other, and Sesko. And have you seen these guys' eyes? This guy's a psycho, Gyökeres. He's like a robot. He says, thank you for welcoming me to Arsenal. Just puts it down. He literally drops the mic. This guy is in a hurry to prove himself. This guy's in a hurry to show the world what it's about. He's not. I've seen the Sesko picture in practice. He's all like happy and smiling. He's happy to be there. Gyökeres, I don't ever seen the guy smile. The guy's a psycho. He's ready to just hit the ground. He ain't got time to muck about. He heard about a situation. He just didn't want to do some big theatrical video. Just want to do a video, get out to the team, practice the team, get involved. And obviously the goal, you know, all this talk about headers and stuff. And even when he scored it, do you see him? He just, all right.
Yeah,
and then
it was like it was a matter. It's just about business. It was the guy.
Business.
Yeah.
When a guy's that focused, that laser focused, it's hard to stop a guy like that scoring a lot of goals. And he's a unit. I didn't realize how much of a unit until obviously we've seen him in the full. He's huge. Yeah. So I just think he's going to be amazing. I think he's going to get so much service from whoever's on the left or the right, all through the middle. With Zubimendi being amazing. We're going to talk about him because I've got a lot to say about him. I think he's going to have an incredible season. I think he's going to score a lot of goals. And he's going to get us a trophy lift. I don't know which one, but he's definitely going to get us a trophy lift.
Yeah, fingers crossed, man, because, you know, like you were saying, this guy, you know, when the ball goes in the box, it's like, you know, wrenched you. You know, he's just crashing through people.
Yeah.
No nonsense. In that game against Bilbao, he had I think 3 chances. One he kind of scuffed, which you could see he was really, really peed off with himself.
Yeah. I saw that.
Saka put onto him. He scores the header, you know, great header, and then the diving header as well.
Oh, that's incredible.
You know, we've been told for the last couple of months, the guy can't hit the ball, he can't score headers. I wonder what these people would have said if he scored 2 headers in a game and stuff like that. But yeah, the guy looks like he's there for business, man. And this is just the beginning.
You can taste it. He wants it. You can feel it. It just the aura is just like, I want this so bad.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, thanks, Nick. Thanks for everyone in the chat. And Nick saying, do you think Arsenal fans understand the impact of the business already done to the dynamics and tactics and flexibility of the squad? Yeah, this is something that we're we're going to touch on in a bit in terms of the lineup I put up for the game on Sunday, and the fact that I'm pretty sure you won't agree with that lineup, but it's kind of a good thing in a sense, because where we were last season, where we were looking at teams, lineups. It's just because people weren't quite good enough, but we've got such a squad and flexibility, like Nick says as well. It's going to be really fascinating going forward. And Nick also has, I feel there is a concept to future moves rather than a picture. Of what we've done. People have been saying that about Havertz, and he's nowhere near the level in terms of finishing and being clinical. But the guy's he's a good footballer.
What a goal.
He's a good player. And that is funny. You see the goal that Havertz scored and Gyökeres scored. If you switched them around and said, they scored those goals, and you would have been okay. But the fact that they both kind of scored goals that the other is kind of known for is really interesting. We've got Brenny. Yeah, hi, Brenny. Evening, gentlemen. In the chat. Yeah, hi, how you doing, man? Steve as well. Steve, you called me stepping in. New season, you got. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Brenny, Mike Clement smile. That's a goal score. Our game was 1. He was not.
It's true. I think as well that Arteta's going to be made up that he's got Havertz on the bench. Honestly, I wouldn't. Havertz on the bench is going to be incredible to come off. He's going to be hungry, and obviously, if workload or injuries, he'll start. But I think just to have him on the bench, fresh. Oh my goodness! And he's a unit as well. We saw it. I mean, obviously, we know he's been pulling weights, working on this top end. He's become a unit himself. But that goal, to be literally pushed in the back and be able to direct the ball as you're falling.
Yeah.
Oh, that's exquisite stuff.
The acceleration as well was really good. And the strength as well to hold the guy, nudging him off. Because if that was probably when he first came, he was probably going down for a penalty.
All of them have got acceleration.
He's taken himself away from the responsibility of scoring, which we saw last season. When we played Man City. When he laid on that chance for Odegaard, 5-1, he should have scored, but he almost messed it up for Odegaard, and then he had that chance himself where he literally missed an open goal. So it's amazing to see the difference, and maybe seeing someone like Gyökeres in training, smashing them in left, right, and centre, and being extra super clinical and everything going on target. It just makes people work a little bit harder, and it's only going to benefit the club, and it's only going to benefit our chances going next season.
They're in direct competition with each other, aren't they? So, look, we know Gyökeres is going to start without shadow of doubt if he's fit. But to have that direct competition, that's what Arteta's always talked about. I mean, it's taken him years to get there, to be fair. But he's always talked about he wants two people who are in direct competition for the same spot. Now, he hasn't got there yet, let's be honest. But because still Saka, after all these years, has got no competition, regardless of Madueke. He's got no competition. He's got people who can help him out workload-wise, but no one in direct competition. But majority of the players, apart from that, have got direct competition. The guys at the back, I suppose, as well, haven't got really direct competition. But as in Saliba and Big Gabby. But outside of those three places, most people have direct competition now.
Yeah. I think Arteta, we've said for last season, he's got trust issues with the rest of the squad, which he's built, and it's always been a first team and maybe 3 or 4 players. But now you've got to look at it. You've got to look at a squad of maybe 16, 17, 18 that are good enough to come in. And I think Burton's kind of done that. He's definitely improved the depth of the squad. Someone just put a really good thing in the chat. I think it was G that put it in the chat about the players that won't even feature on the bench, that basically will be at home on Sunday. So that's potentially the likes of Trossard, Jesus, obviously because he's injured, Zinchenko, Nelson. That's a lot of money on the bench. And obviously Dowman as well won't feature. So there's a lot of money and a little bit of quality on the bench. I know I said Trossard might be going to Villa now, but in terms of the transfers, obviously yes, we've got 6 in, which is great. A lot of people have said that's not going to happen, but the fact that we've got 3 weeks ago in the window, we've got probably space for one or two more, obviously depending on the outgoings, and hopefully that they'll be coming soon. But if you had one more player to come through the door, obviously, who would that be? You probably know who.
I think it's obvious who that'll be. I suppose I'm going to go for the low hanging fruit, like most of the supporters. It has to be Eze. I think for me, let's go through who we've got. We've got a goalkeeper who is world class, most expensive goalkeeper ever paid for. So he's direct competition. We've got Norgard, who is perfect off the bench and is great cover for any of those in the middle. If we need a more defensive cover, he's big, strong, heads the ball, does a great job. We've obviously got Mascara. Sorry, he looks young and a bit disorganized. He's got some work to do. We'll talk about Madueke. Let's go Madueke. Work any of the front three and take the workload off them. Takes the workload ultimately, because that was our biggest problem last year. The workload was too much and people got injured. Saka never gets injured, but it's the first time I can remember in years that he's been injured for that amount of time. Workload. So Madueke gives us massive opportunity across the front line. If we don't get the person we're going to talk about Eze in a minute, then he can obviously cover that left, and he's got the pace. Baller, likes taking on people one-on-one, loves it. So he's covered that base. Who else did we get? Have I missed? Zubimendi. I mean, this guy is probably, and I don't say this lightly, probably the signing of the summer so far. Yeah. Honestly, he has transformed our team by just being there. Obviously, we were worried because he's a tiny guy about his tackling. This guy can tackle, man. This guy is incredible. He makes us more direct. Yeah. He makes us not the sideways passing team. He can pick up the pass and make sure that it gets the person. The pass is doing to Saka. The pass he obviously did for Gyökeres. The passes to Havertz when he came. I mean, this guy, his passing, aerial duels one, his accuracy, his touches, everything is accurate long balls. I've looked at it. Yeah. His game against Atleti, 5 out of 6 accurate long balls. 4 out of 4 tackles won.
Yeah, he was having fun. He was having fun on
he was enjoying himself. This guy makes us the team that we've dreamed of. Let's stop this sideways. He also takes the pressure off Odegaard. We've been over-relying on Odegaard. Yeah. And Odegaard has been in and out in his form. This guy takes complete pressure of Odegaard as far as moving forward the ball. This guy is only facing in one way, and that's forward. He'll do all of the passes we need to get the ball to where it needs to be, and he'll get the people the goals, regardless of Saka and whoever's on the left side. I mean, this guy is pivotal, and I literally every single person I've heard, doesn't matter which pundit I've heard from the big networks to small networks, has said this guy is world class. And obviously everyone wanted him. Obviously we know Liverpool tried to get him, didn't. Real Madrid tried to nick him out of our back pocket. They couldn't, because we'd already got the contract in place. Thank God for Berta sorting that out, because I don't know if it would have been different in another way. And this guy has made us an incredible looking team and structure. We'll talk about structure, but for me, Zubimendi, pivotal.
Yeah, okay? So absolutely, yeah. I think because the whole saga of it, the kind of announcement of it was such a long time ago, it's kind of gone under the radar, and people have been like, okay. But this guy is different class. He done one flick to someone in the box, and then he came up with a goal. The guy's always, like I said, forward thinking, and add a fantastic dimension. And it was great seeing him and Rice, playing, dovetailing each, playing really well together, and and moving into different places. One was going, like a piston movement. And like Nick says, he's ecstatic with the signing.
Yeah, he's the top player. And he's for me, he is going to make the difference for everything that we do. Everything that we do. Without him, we would struggle, honestly, to move forward as a team. So I just think that he's going to make a huge difference to the way that we play. For in general, so I think he's going to be absolutely awesome. Just hold on one sec, bro. Sorry, my battery's going to die. I don't want it to die.
You can tell it's the first one in a while.
Technical.
I have to get the cable.
Yeah. So, right. Yeah. So right, I'm back. Also, what I'd say about who I want, of course, I want Eze. I think Eze. Yeah. Sorry about that. Eze brings the level up. I think we've got Martinelli. We know he's not going anywhere. We know he's a squad player ultimately. Trossard's probably going. Madueke can cover there, but really he needs to be on the right for me anyway. Really covering Saka off really, because I think Saka workload. Even Saka looked a bit gassed for the last few games, and we haven't even started.
Yeah, I think they've pushed him a lot in pre-season. With the minutes he's like,
doesn't look good. He doesn't look himself. He's not happy. He's not got a smile on his face.
He looked. Saturday was the sharpest he's looked. I think.
Yeah. So I think we need Eze. I think out of all the players, all this talk about Rodrigo. So I know we're going to do a Brenny thing in a minute, but I think Rodrigo is a luxury buy for 350k. What do we get? We get obviously a spark. We get a guy who can run forward of the ball. But when I saw him in the Bernabeu, I thought he was good, but he's not better than anything we've got at the moment. Honestly, I know that he can score goals, but he doesn't score every single week. I can't see any difference between him and some of the players that we've already got. I mean, if we put Marta and Trossard together as one person, that's probably Rodrigo for me. I don't see him changing our team. It's not as Zubimendi. He's not going to transform our team. And so I think Eze will. I think Eze is like that Max Dowman. Obviously an older version of it. That stopping, that slowing and speeding up, which you can't teach a kid.
Yeah.
And he's just got that way of moving slowly and then the burst of power with the ball and finding that little weaving movement and then whacking it at the right time and spanking it into the top corner. I mean, we've seen Eze in pre-season what he's been doing. But Rodrigo, for me, I don't think we should get him. I don't think we should put the time into him. I think we should get Eze for all our eggs in one basket for Eze. Get Eze and then just see what's what. Because there's going to obviously the last week of the transfer window there'll be lots of bits and pieces around. For
I even think he's another one I've gone on about Barcola. The fact that we put a bid in for him right at the start of the week kind of tells me that whether it's Bert or Arteta, they've seen this, they've seen the attributes, they've seen the stats and whatever, the data, and if they put something in that early and they've had it rejected, that they'll see what PSG are going to do and then maybe go in there again at the end of because obviously the same Liverpool sniffing around. I don't know if that's true or not, but I just think someone on the left-hand side with, you look at his GNA, people are talking about Dembele's numbers last season. His numbers are right up there as well. People say, it's a farmer's league, but, you can't kind of say, Dembele's going to get the Ballon d'Or, for what he's done, and then, Barcola's got similar numbers. Obviously, he's not, first choice because of Carvajal, so he's someone that if I had a choice of a left winger, he would be my choice. But I definitely want Eze. I definitely want Eze. But again, like you said, with Dowman and Ethan and everything else, we're going to be stocks. But I think Dowman's going to, again, he's probably going to be more of a, we've seen he's come on for Saka, hasn't he? Whereas he's come on. The guy's going into what, GCSEs, is it? I think he's going to GCSEs, so he's going to be tied up with stuff. He's not going to play much. He's not going to feature properly, I don't think, until when he turns 16.
Let him do his GCSEs and get that done. And I just looked just now, and it's not good. PSG are losing 2-0.
Oh well. In the Super. They haven't had a pre-season. Tonight's their first game.
Well,
so what?
Yeah, but anyway, go on. So what do you think of Rodrigo before we get into that question?
He's a very, very good player, and you can see by the people that are kind of go after him. So City are after him, and Liverpool are after him. So if you're sort of dining, shopping at that same kind of supermarket, at the Waitrose, and you've got players like that, then you can kind of see that, okay, they want him as well. But I think he's a good player. I think the fact that he'd be playing on the left wing, which is what he wants to do, does he want to come there and sort of forge some sort of like, legends, a bit, like others have come in before and done that, or does he want it kind of easy at City where he can kind of, play you under Pep and then sort of maybe be guaranteed something along the way. But I at the beginning I said, yeah, Rodrigo would be the one. But I think like people have said, I don't think the left wing market there's no one really jumping out, to say that, yeah, let's get this guy, but by all costs. So I think, yeah, we're going to have to make do. I think Eze probably will come in, and then it will be making do, Madueke, maybe helping out on the left-hand side, see what Martinelli does with his form. Does he return to form with Gyökeres? Does that open things up for him? Because, noticing on Saturday, there was some nice linkage there between those two. Yeah. So, there's options, man. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. Like you said, I think the last week of the window is going to be crazy. So let's get to the comments. So Brennan, he's saying Havertz. He's like Perry Groves. Perry started in 1988 up front with Alan Smith, and and next season up to 92 he was a sub more than the start of the year.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, that's right. Got some more. Bear with me.
I do think Rodrigo's not coming to us anyway. I think in all of the whole big talking and all the rest of it, that I just think that he's going to stay. I think he's going to stay at Real Madrid. I think that all this talk, he doesn't want to go. It's Real Madrid trying to make a quick quid out of him. And when you've got a guy who doesn't want to go, it's tricky to get him out. Unless you can convince him, especially someone like that. Who wants to leave Real Madrid unless they're absolutely told, look, you're not going to play? And I know that he's not been told that. They're not going to force him out.
The difference is like, I think what people are saying the hold up for Eze is because Palace haven't got a replacement. Madrid have already got the replacement, haven't they? They've got the Argentinian kid. So it's like, so that's why it's almost like, okay, if he actually says he wants to go, then it's going to happen like bang like that. Whereas, Madrid won't have to wait for a replacement. They've already got him there. So it is interesting to see, what he's doing, and the vibes aren't that great. He's not like what we were hearing about Gyökeres saying he's told family and friends it's only Arsenal. United have come back in for him. No, I want to know it's only Arsenal. So we're getting that. Even though the word on the street is that we've done a lot of groundwork on him, or Berta's done a lot of groundwork. The Brazilian contingent over here, the Gabriels have all been in his ear and stuff. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with that. Luciaka, thank you for the comment. Given the signings and the new dynamic this will bring, do you think Martin Odegaard is still the best choice for captain? I think there's stuff going around. Tony Adams saying some stuff as well about Declan Rice. I mean, I think it's because of what he does on the pitch. It's like previous 2 seasons where he led from the front and everything and always gave 100%. Last season, yes, was a down season for him, but I can't see Arteta doing anything. Whether he's the best choice for captain, I think maybe Declan Rice or even Gabriel probably will be a better choice as captain for me.
Yeah. I agree with that 100%. I think Odegaard's not going to get replaced, but he's definitely. I mean, it seems obvious to I think most people that Declan Rice should be the captain.
Yeah.
He's just the man who exudes and he's always talking. Whilst Odegaard's a quiet captain, then you need a talker, especially when the chips are down. Big Gabby, Declan Rice, any of those two.
Yeah. Nick says Gyökeres improves Saka and will create an interesting dynamic with Kai. Yeah, I think so. I think there'll be games where we'll play probably both of them in certain games. There'll be times where we probably only play Zubimendi or Rice in particular games and put in an Eze as the extra, because I think with Eze, he's the low block killer for me. He's always been that. He's someone that will just totally disrupt a low block because he's able to beat people for fun. Just with ease, and we haven't got anybody that can do that. And We can see him playing against certain teams like Everton. You know, when they come and just defend, put everyone behind the ball, and the physios and everyone behind the ball. You know, it's like, okay, you know, give it to him. We just skip past 2 players. You know, your cross is open, and bang, there you go. So we definitely need some an Eze type in there as well.
Yeah, I think also as well that Gyökeres will demand that the ball gets put to him in this or that place, whatever. I don't see him as a guy who's going to just sit back and say, yeah, kind of, you know, get it to me, I'll be fine. He'll say, look, I want the ball. When you have it at this point, get the ball to me as high or whatever, because obviously you can head, and I'll put it in the back of the net. You know what I mean? He's one of, you just see that kind of guy who'd just be like very demanding because he wants the ball in the back of the net and he wants to score it. So it will definitely raise everyone's level around him.
Yeah, 100%. I think I heard something about, was it the Coventry captain, I think Ben Sheaf, who used to play for Arsenal, and they were talking about Gyökeres when he was there in Coventry, and said when he first came in, you know, they said the first couple of games, it was like, okay, you're trying to work this guy out. And then he started scoring, and they just said, you know, we're just going to start playing. You're just going to start feeding this guy. We're going to give him the balls the way he wants it, and then the rest is history. And it's like, well, why would you not? Why would you put someone in your team and then not feed him? You know what? Trying to, you know, we've got to adjust to him, and I think there were signs of that on Saturday, which was really good to see. So, and I mean, you know, he's not even played 90 minutes for us yet. So,
no.
You know, in total, even over the 2 games, you know, so there's it's very exciting in terms of what he's going to do. Brenny, yes, Spurs 2-0 up. Yeah, thanks for that, Brenny. Well,
that's what I mentioned. That I mean, it's frustrating, but what can you do? I mean,
thank you.
This is one of those scenarios.
Yeah, I think Scooby might be our player of the season. He struggles with some of the names of the players, so he gives them nicknames. I'm trying to remember who that is. I think it must. I think it is it. Zubimendi. Obviously, yeah,
Zubimendi. Okay.
Yeah, thanks to that Liverpool fan.
Oh yeah, Zubi. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Just watching combined with Geek, so that's Gyökeres, and they lead us to up 3 cups.
I think they'll make a great connection. I think also Saka will make a great connection with Gyökeres as well. I think people who will always be on the pitch will be Saka, Gyökeres, and obviously Zubimendi. So I just think it's going to be, you know, the connections they'll make will be quite good. Yeah,
Nick agrees with you in regards of Zubimendi, and then. Watch out, Rolls Royce Mosquito is biting you. Yeah, so Rolls Royce is Saliba, obviously, you probably know that, and Mosquito is biting your spot. So, yeah, news on it today. And, we are massive. Yes, we know that, man. We are gargantuan, Neil. We are gargantuan football club.
I personally, I think Mosquera, good player, but I just think once he gets the system and everything, he's going to be a great player. And we know he's never off. He's played games consistently, so we know he's always fit. He just needs to just get into the. I mean, it's hard, isn't it, when you're young and you've never played outside of one club really. They come to such a fast moving. We are fast moving this league. Different structure, and be able to know, because the ball's moving so fast. If you're not used to moving that fast, you're used to having time on the ball. It's very hard to get used to it.
Yeah, he does look good though.
He does look good. When he gets into it, he'll be very good.
Yeah,
I think his confidence will rise very quickly.
Yeah.
More games.
So it's definitely has to be a squad game this year. It has to be.
Yeah.
Squad game has to rotate and do things properly. Steve said, "I think we need more right footers," which is interesting take.
I thought we got loads.
Martin didn't even struggle this season. Brent. It's going to be interesting. I think maybe having a focal point like your career is having him, you know, drawing attention, and especially the way we seem to be moving the ball a bit quickly now, especially we're being more direct, in, you know, with some of the balls that we're playing to Saka from Zubimendi and Rice, more diagonal. So he gets him. I think I mentioned in the chat with you, just getting him 1-on-1 quicker, and then the person that would normally double up with him, you know, he's like, well, stick or twist. Do I double up with Saka, or do I go over to my centre back with Gyökeres and leave him 1-on-1? Because Arteta's already said, if if you go 1-to-1 with Yorker, he's going to destroy you. So, and I think that's got to work on the other side as well. You know, it has to work with Martinelli, but pressure's on because if he does struggle when he says it, then obviously that leaves the door open for Madueke, isn't it?
I just think Martinelli is going to be a squad player. I mean, when we've had a confidence in the players that we've got on the left hand side or wherever he plays, he usually starts off the bench. He's always been more effective off the bench anyway. That last half hour, where his best football is played. Yeah,
true. Nick, with Rodrigo, want players who want us, Max shiny toy syndrome. He does not improve on what we have enough for the money required. Yeah, true.
90 million, 350,000 a week. Come on, give over. I mean, not even Gyökeres is on that.
Yeah, it's because of the tax in it as well.
Yeah, exactly. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, Doué's a good shout as well, Nick. He's the jewel in the crown over there. He's there, and Mbappe again, isn't it? Really on the right there.
We're not getting Gordon. No chance. No chance. With all of what's going on and Isak going on strike, we're not getting Gordon. Unfortunately, I don't think Leo's coming either. I just think Milan are not going to sell. No matter how much he talks, I just think he's one for next summer, if at all.
Yeah. Rodrigo would be a double statement, yes. Yeah, Trossard and Martinelli both need to go, both very inconsistent.
Martinelli's not going anywhere. Martinelli's not going
anywhere. Trossard's going to
Trossard has to go, but Martinelli's not going anywhere. He's young. He doesn't complain. It doesn't matter how much rotation. He says he loves the club. I mean, this guy's going nowhere. Martinelli's not going anywhere. He'll always be one of the little pets for teacher's pet for Arteta.
I don't know, because I think over the last couple of years, couple of seasons, we've always been earmarked in getting a left winger. Like if you go back to Mudryk, obviously dodged a massive bullet there. That's a nuclear-sized bullet, man. We missed with him. And who was it before we were looking at on the left wing? But it's always been that side that he's been trying to replace. Kind of with obviously it was Gordon. We were linked with Gordon a couple of last season or season before as well in the summer. So it's always been on that side that Arteta's been looking at maybe replacing. So I think for now, I think
but offers have come in for Martinelli, and we haven't even bitten. We haven't even attempted to talk to the kid about it. It's not going to happen. I understand what you're saying about Martinelli, but I just think that we've never, ever entertained anything. It's funny how we're not entertaining for Kyrgios at the moment either. We've listened to a few, but we haven't entertained any. It's weird. I don't know how his mind's thinking. But Martinelli, I just think he's loved, and I just can't see him going. As long as he's still contributing, giving his best, he's not going anywhere. That's my personal view.
I think if anything happens, it will be the last week of the season. See how, because by then you kind of know how the season's going. We would have played a couple of the games, as you can see, slowing down. There's some ridiculous start to the season again, I think maybe if we do get a kind of positive results and everyone's fine. If we don't, then we might need some sort of urgent sort of injection from somewhere. But like Nick said, personally, I feel it would be clumsy if Arsenal do a dressing referee in this window. Yeah. Hoping Eze's landed and the left winger. Yeah, that's the dream.
I think we're all in the same space there.
Yeah, and it says Steve says I think we need to sign some more in the middle. I think Steve's on one as well. Put down the run, Steve.
I mean, what are you talking about? So I'll tell you, a good example of that was that, and the mobility that's changed was, do you remember the loose pass from the corner that Rice did? And then Atletico were running, and he ran all the way back. I mean, I saw obviously on TV, and the way he tracked all the way back, ran the whole length of the pitch, and then intercepted him. I mean, that shows. I mean, I don't remember Rice. I mean, Rice has been at the back, but not running the length of the pitch. His mobility is massively increased in off season. So, I don't think we've got anything to talk about mobility. I think we've got enough positional play is not our problem. Our positional play becomes an issue if we are literally pushing for an equaliser or pushing for a win or something like that.
Yeah.
And we're all up there. And then obviously if they go on the break. But in a normal game, this situation, we're never really out of position.
Yeah, true. Neil says Rice has to be captain.
Yeah, it's not going to happen, but it'd be nice.
Yeah. Nick saying I agree. Declan Gabby as captain and vice versa. I think the squad respects Odegaard as captain. Yeah, leaders don't need the title; they need regardless. Yeah, true. Neil again, but Eyebrows is never going to place over. You know who Eyebrows is. Neil's just letting off the shotgun tonight. Nick, Michael, who's your current choice in left back?
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one because obviously Lewis Skelly's been quite loose, hasn't he? This obviously.
Yeah, but, I mean, because I'm gonna put something up because obviously we might as well slide into that. It's a nice segue. You're probably going to disagree if you can see it, but this will be my lineup for Sunday.
Okay.
Let me take this off so you can see. So yeah, this will be my lineup for Sunday. Hopefully I got that right. I've got 11 players on there. I'm not
yeah.
But it kind of goes towards kind of what we were seeing with Rice and Zubimendi last against Atletico. So it's kind of, I think, what we've kind of been told that the formation is going to kind of change. And I think because of Arteta's kind of risk-averse kind of thing, first game of the season, everyone watching, he probably would go with Leo Skelly because he wanted to make sure that he's kind of secure in possession a little bit. Whereas Calafiori, we know he's much better, driving forward and everything in that situation. And I'm not sure if you kind of need to do that in a kind of funny way. You do that so well. He's probably someone that you can come on do it. But then, having said that, he played against Man City last year and scored that goal in it here, and then and whatever. But I just think he may go this way. Tried and trusted with Martinelli on the left.
Yeah,
what people are saying. And you think you would change that because obviously the answers in terms of who I would go as left back if the.
I think I'll go the other way just to mix it up because I think you've got to go on form, and I think the problem with Lewis Skelly, we all know it, is yellow cards and reds, obviously, but yellow cards primarily. And I think it's going to be a very physical war. I think there'll be a lot of pushing and shoving. I think they're going to be playing dirty. I think they're going to do everything in their power to rattle us, and I think that he'll probably look at Lewis Skelly as maybe as a risk. Because that's my personal thought. I think he'd rather bring Lewis Skelly back in for the kind of Leeds game. Now Leeds game is obviously going to be tough, but that's obviously a hope. But I mean, I may be wrong, but I think Calafiori comes in. Did he start against Athletic? Didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
So I think the only person that I'd change is that because I think all of those pretty much start against Athletic. I think that was his starting team, really.
Apart from Lewis Skelly,
Apart from Lewis Skelly, so I think everyone else, I'd say is the same. I personally like to see Madueke as a Motte, but I don't think he's going to play him. I think he's not going to expose him to that. I think he's going to do the team that he played for Athletic. The starting 11 is what he's going to do. So I'll take Lewis Skelly out, put Calafiori in. I think Calafiori looked quite solid. I think, like you said, though, defensively he's not great, but I think they overall are not. They're quite blunt at the moment. So the Kunas of the world, obviously Sesko will probably play, but he's obviously just finding his feet.
Yeah,
and Mbumo, they've all had a pre-season. They haven't really scored. So so I just think that he probably would trust Calafiori not to get a yellow card or red in the early stage. I think though Lewis Skelly will come on and others will come on, but not until the 70th minute.
Yeah,
I think he'd rather take a 0-0 or 1-1 going into half time and then go for it in the second half.
Yeah, I think there's in Bruno. I think he scored against us last season at Brentford, and I think Calafiori was playing that game. And he gave him a bit of a hard time because Bruno was quite direct. He's in terms of running, and once he gets going, he's quite hard to stop. So I think he kind of worried about that. I was worried about that a bit. It's just his defensive side of things and could be.
Yeah.
Never sure. Again, he's not a left back, is he? He's a left sided centre.
No, he's not a left back at all. I mean, they've never played there before he came to. But I think we know that Arteta's risk averse, isn't he?
Yeah.
And I think he would think that. Obviously, Lewis is brilliant. Lewis Gay is brilliant, amazing. Obviously, got his new contract. Congratulations to him. But I think the worry will always be about that yellow card or the red card early doors, and we're away. And I just think he would rather go in with 11 men at 0-0 or 1-1 or even 1-0 down, and be able to take the second half. And you're less likely to, when it gets tasty like that in the second half, if you're going in with only one goal in between or a draw going into second half, to come back quite strong. We usually come back quite strong. We're a second half team at the moment, unless things change. But we're very much a second half team, and we're quite strong in wrapping things up or getting that goal that we need. Until obviously we fizzled at the end of the season, but we're pretty good at that. So I just think Lewis Skelly's. Personally, I love Lewis Skelly, but I think he's a risk myself. I think he's a risk.
Yeah, I don't think he's had that great of pre-season. He seems a little bit loose. I think he just keeps the ball a little bit too long and invites a foul. And I think if he does that, with the referees wanting to prove a point and the referees that we've got involved in that game, we know what's going to happen. They're going to just, a bit like on the goal that we conceded against Tottenham. Where he was fouled, but it's the referee to interpret and whether it's a foul or not, and then even VAR will probably end up backing him up to say, yeah, it's okay, just it wasn't a foul, something like that. So I'm already thinking the worst, but I would go in miles, but yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I think everything else kind of picks itself really.
Of course it does. Yeah.
It could be Havertz. But I think that kind of sends the wrong message to Gyökeres. Even though he can get 15 goals, I think he could easily get.
Yeah, Kai could definitely get 15 goals.
And Nick agrees. And Neil, 33 goals for Gyökeres, 17 for Saka, 9 for Martinelli, 29 for Doberman. Who's Doberman? I've never heard that one before. 9 for Mad, so that's Madueke, 7 for Ethan, 8 for Gabby, 6 for Saliba, and 39 for broken. But I think him and Steve were together having a drinking. I think they're having a drinking game.
So is Doberman Havertz?
I don't know. I'm sure Neil. Who's Doberman? Because I've not heard that one before. I'm sure
it's gotta be Havertz.
So this for me is one of the best windows in a long time. Yes, it is. And like I said at the top of the show, like the head loss has just been unbelievable. And you touched on it, Nick touched on it. I think the last time we had a window like this was when we bought like Richard Wright and a whole load of players, obviously things like that. And then we went on and we did what we did. But as Neil said, we strengthened the spine, we strengthened the squad. The squad is a lot deeper. People like Norgard as well, who I didn't particularly like, because whenever he played against us, he always seemed to have it in for us. Leaving his foot in and getting involved in scraps and stuff like that every time he played against them. And he scored against us, obviously, when they made their return. And he made a few quicks, disrespectful, and I thought he's a bit. You need to back down. And obviously,
I think we needed the nasty side. We missed Xhaka. We missed that Xhaka type of guy who's just like angry all the time and just kind of always trying to just rattle the opposition. We missed that for a long time. So he seems quite calm at the moment, but I think when we get into the game, he hopefully will be like that.
Yeah, well, the Premier League, competitiveness, that will bring it out. Neil says when we got them done early into the transfers, which is super important for the players to adjust to their new lives, both on and off the pitch. The only one I would say, before the season kicks off, I would say, the only one that you probably would like to have got in a little bit earlier would have been Gyökeres, just so you could have had a couple of, could have been on that tour, and obviously the left winger and Eze. So we have done a lot of good work. Berta has as well. Brady says, Finley left back, MLS will play more games in Calafiori who gets knocked. Yeah, that's another thing as well.
Yeah.
Staying fit. Yeah, and Neil agrees. But yeah, the window is.
I personally, I personally think that we've still got plenty of work to be done. I think from just obviously the soundings we've heard from various other sources that Eze is just like one of those where we just have to play the politics game. But I think we're talking to a lot of people. I don't think that it's just going to be, Eze and a left winger. I think there's going to be 4 or 5 more. Not 4 or 5 more. Sorry, 2 or 3 more. Let me get it right.
I think there'll be. Yeah, I think so. There'll be a few more outgoings. Obviously, I think we will get. We will shift people. Again, it's just taking its time, but we will shift 3 or 4.
I think the people coming in will be young and risky. Oh, not risky, but young and they, like they're developmental, as opposed to like, ready to go. Because really, the ready to go people, there's only one left, really, and that's Eze. We might get a decent left, we might, but obviously that'll be through the nose. But developmental, we'll get a few young'uns in, I think.
As Steve was saying here, a young striker, a young cover for left.
I think we get some young guns in, and obviously we've been scouting around because obviously we've been getting some young guns in, giving people professional contracts, stuff like that. I think that on the flip side, I know we're talking about the men. On the flip side, the women are going the other way, aren't they? Because obviously, like I said, Barcelona they've reduced their women's team, which obviously won loads of stuff, and we're going to pick up some of their pieces, which is quite nice. Yeah. So I think the women are going to pick up a lot of experience, whilst we're going to more likely after Eze pick up kids. So, but yeah, go for it.
Yeah, no, it's going to be interesting to see how we approach this, because obviously I know we're talking about getting players out, but I think like you said, the last week of the window, it's going to be crazy because
I think as well the outgoings. I mean, just answering that Odegaard thing. Yeah, he is right. He's captain for his club and country, and there's some loud people. I mean, Haaland is not the captain, and yet he's the captain. So I think people respect him and love him for what he does, obviously on and off the pitch. I think what I was going to say that with the team in general, even though, like I said, people have come in late, the team are pretty much gelled together, and that's what I like. And that's very important, especially those first few games. Obviously, we've got some crazy games at the start, away, obviously at Old Trafford, away at Anfield. I mean, this is madness. This is madness to start the season at probably the 2 hardest stadiums, apart from probably Newcastle, away. I mean,
historically as well. Historically
for us, we've always had
Premier League history, not even Premier League, our league history, which obviously 100 years consecutive in top 5. So we've got Neil mentioned that, tip the hat to that. But yeah, as he said, Neil said, it's a must-win game. Every game's a must-win game.
100%.
Just the fact that we've got that start, the fixtures is just crazy, absolutely crazy. So Nick asks, do you anticipate our issue with the Pogba will continue this season? I feel many contentious decisions are usually given to make an example of Arsenal as standard. As in my
same here. I think they got a problem with Arteta, haven't they? That's about. If Arteta was changed, if there was another manager came in, I think the dynamic will change. But I think they just don't like Arteta, and he put it on himself. To be honest, the way he was sarcastic, all the overrun around, he's stopped all of that now. You see, and there's a reason for that. It's obviously come from above that. You got to stop that and just show respect to the referees. Don't get involved with them because they're pinging us every time.
I think the fact that he got off with that charge, disgrace, and that stuck with him. And obviously, we saw what the response to that. Some of the decisions. And I think, like Nick's saying, things happen early on. It costs us points, and then towards the end of the season, it kind of goes quiet, and we kind of get officiated a little bit more. Because the damage has already been done. Points have already kind of been taken away. Over the course of the season. But I that's the worry for Sunday. It's Old Trafford. We all know what happened in Game 50, where that was an absolute stitch up.
Scandalous.
It's Man United's big, the Phoenix from the Flames. They had such a shocking season. Against us. New signings. Super Sunday. Obviously, everybody will be there, and it's a perfect chance for them to do something. and their referees to make a big decision. It could be the 8-second rule now that they'll get implemented, that they'll do right with, and then from the corner will concede or something, or this new rule where only the captain can talk to the referee, and they probably end up booking one of our players for that, or getting the second yellow. So that's the worry. So we have to go out there on Sunday and absolutely put it on.
Yeah.
So
I think it's a tough game.
Yeah, make them irrelevant. Make whatever decision they make irrelevant. Just absolutely obliterate. What we used to do. Used to do with more stuff. We used to do that. We used to finish games off at half time, and it didn't matter what stupidest referees were doing. Then it was like the game was already won. So whilst where games are cagey and everything, that's where we could come unstuck. But yeah, that's the only worry. That's the only worry. Mike Miles is also not a left back. He's learning straight. Yeah, it's true. So it's kind of like the left back is a proper traditional left back. One that actually goes on the outside. Someone like that could help Martinelli. I think when Tierney did that with Martinelli, we got some joy, because obviously there was a different outlet, but obviously it was giving him a little bit of space. So that's another thing to.
Yeah.
It's we'll always play 12. I've always said we play against Arsenal play against two teams, the opposition and then the team of officials as well.
Yeah, that'll definitely be a contentious one. 100%. There's Dauman. Oh, okay.
Dauman, yeah.
Dauman. I don't think. I think.
Sorry.
So I think that people obviously going on about Dauman, but I just think with GCSE year, he's going to play not as much as people think. I think people are excited about him. He's going to play quite a lot, but he's not going to be starting loads and loads of games. It's just not. It's just not going to happen next year. I mean, especially once he's signed that contract, he's going to play loads. But I think this year he's going to play a bit. He's going to come on for a few games, but you just got to put yourself in the guy's position. If he plays Super Sunday, let's for example, he travels to Manchester, which I don't think he'll be on the squad anyway. But if he goes to Manchester, he's on the squad and he plays. He's got school on Monday. This guy's going. You don't want to send him back to school battered and bruised. Okay, so let's be realistic about it. You may get 20 minutes, 30 minutes of the Leeds game. That's fine, because obviously that's at home. No travel really. But this guy's got to go to school Monday to Friday like any other kid. Fair enough. I think he's in a private school, but still, he's got work to do. He's got work to do, and he's got GCSEs to pass. We know that Saka's a straight A grade student. That's the expectation, really, for our students from us. And also, a guy with him, he seemed like a guy who's completely switched on. So I think I'm just saying, let's give him time, and let's not put too much pressure on him. And don't expect him to play on weekend. I don't think he'll play. I don't think he'll even travel.
Probably not. Yeah, true. Just he says, Jokeris hasn't had much of a pre-season in the squad. Yeah, so
Kai might start. Yeah, I can't see that, but I like Kai would be a good start. Yeah. But I just think it's not going to happen that way. And I also think, whilst we're talking about that game, I think it's got to draw written all over it. I hate it. I want us to win. But I think it's got to draw over because of all the factors you've talked about just there. Not just about the football, it's about the politics, it's about the referees, it's about everything to do with the way that people play. It's about cards. I just think tactics, everything like that. I think it's got to draw in all over it. But I may be wrong.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's an exciting game, but I think personally it's going to be a snore fest. I really want it to not be, but I just think everyone's going to be fine for possession. And then the odd bit of magic here and there will get the goals. But I don't think it's going to be end-to-end. No chance.
Yeah, just hate those United games. Even as poor as they were, as they have been, I just hate it because they just raise the game for us, don't they?
Exactly.
So yeah,
brilliant. The other thing as well that's just reminded me, my lovely wife, is that he's on summer holidays anyway. The guy's he's not going to play.
Yeah, send him on holiday.
Yeah, he's probably at Centre Park somewhere like that. The pair with his family and his siblings. Just leave the guy alone. He needs a break.
He'll
we
get
don't-
a few sub appearances.
He'll get plenty of game time.
Playing in the EFL Cup and things like that.
Yeah.
Well, he can't play the Champions League until next year anyway. So
yeah, exactly. So just leave the guy.
Play in the youth one.
Develop.
Benny was saying talk about the Odegaard. Yeah, saying Gabriel Rice to be because he's showing leadership. Yeah, fair play.
Ooh, that's spicy.
A lot of people feel that. I mean,
yeah.
I just think some like I said, some players when they haven't got that responsibility, they just come out of themselves a little bit more. And I think maybe
I think it's a generational thing, though, isn't it?
Sorry, go ahead.
I think it's a generational thing, though, isn't it? I mean, if you're a teenager, you don't see many people shouting. But if you grew up like us, watching football in the 90s and the early 2000s, everyone shouted, everyone was screamer, everyone was,
everyone's different now, isn't it? You've got if you look at the top six. So you look at Liverpool's captain Van Dijk, you see him digging people out every now and again. He's moaning at the referee or talking to the referee more times than not. You look at City, who's City's captain? Bernardo Silva. Kind of lets his football do the talking.
Yeah.
Newcastle, Guimaraes, he's a captain, isn't he? See Enzo or Reece James, whoever it is. So they're all different types of personalities. The likes of your John Terrys and Tony Adams and Roy Keane, Vieira, Gerrard, used to dig people out.
Yeah,
it's changing now. But I do agree with him, Gabriel Rice for me, because they're still the same type of old school. They'll let people know. And the thing is, I think Steve mentioned before, you don't need to be a leader to have the armband, because those guys, Gabriel Rice, the reason why they're being mentioned is because they show their leadership on the pitch. Time they've got the armband or not. So
and it's an interesting one as well, because when I don't know if you remember, obviously Xhaka got stripped of the armband, which was a disgrace, to be honest. And then obviously it obviously moved to all over the place. But when Xhaka was still there, he would hold, if you remember, when they get in the huddle, he'd be the one talking.
Yeah.
He'd be the one getting people ready to go and face the team they were playing, even though he wasn't the captain until he left. So that just shows, I suppose, that some people are just naturally the people to do it, but it's a tricky one, isn't it? Because we're all here debating about it, but it's not going to change, is it really?
No.
Odegaard's still young, and he's still going to be there. Thanks, bro. I appreciate that. It's nice to be happy. Tierney was happy. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, I like Tierney.
Yeah, you say basically Max Darwin will be one of the greatest footballers the planet's ever seen. Yeah, the way he's starting, he's starting. He reminds me of Yamal. Yeah, the way he is, he's just taking it in his stride and just playing with just so much. Flair, and he just doesn't care. Just playing his football. So thanks, Nick. Thanks very much for that, man. It's GCSE's family time growing up in space, but we still score 30 games.
We'll see. I mean, Max Darwin's going to be one of the big talents, and I think if we don't get him some trophy lists, he'll be off to Real Madrid. Simple as that. And when he's older, obviously not now. I think he's Arsenal through and through. So I think there'll come a tipping point if we're not getting trophy lists. If we have a few more. I mean, next season is fine. We got a bit of a pass until he's 18. But once it's 18, if we're not doing trophy lists on a regular basis every single season, like the women are, ironically. They've lifted some sort of trophy every season for a while now.
Yeah, they have.
The League Cups and obviously the Champions League last season. Then I think Real Madrid will come calling.
That's what I think. That's the thing that people are saying. It's all right. Okay, we're not won the league, but you can lift a domestic trophy. You can get to a final. Well, that's no good. We need to have a trophy league. And I think that's why all these guys who signed for 5-year contracts, when we get to the 4th year, we're still barren.
I think we're going to be in a big hole. All of those guys will want to go somewhere else where they can lift a trophy. I mean, no one at the highest level wants to walk away without lifting the big one.
Yeah,
we need to lift it. Once we lift the big one once in the next 4 years, if we do it, then all these guys will stay. It's done. But we need that.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that prediction.
Yeah, that's Neil's. That's him. That's what he does. Steve, you're saying also the 50. So, but Marley Sam,
yeah.
Basically, a Saliba regen. So basically, Neil obviously he's got to go. Yeah, thanks, Neil.
Yeah.
We appreciate your time. Thanks to everyone in the chat. Really, it's been really
it's been great.
Good chat. Lots of stuff coming in. I really appreciate all the comments. And Steve's saying we need a young striker to come through. And we gave professional forms to the young kid. Or was it Andre Aragon Hannes? I think.
We got a few.
He's done well last season, and he went on tour as well. So obviously training with the team, getting the minutes and what have you. So it's looking good, man. And we just need to get 2 more.
Yeah, get Eze in, and then everyone can just relax then, because everyone else after that's a luxury, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, 2 more over the line, and all done. Yeah, so we'll be back on either Sunday night, probably most likely Monday, on the recap on the United game, and hopefully it's going to be a nice positive.
Hopefully.
Fingers crossed, and obviously any other big transfer news that come in, if there's a big announcement, we might do a quick one, and as well. And obviously, the season is proper back.
It's good to be back. Thanks, bro. It's been brilliant.
Yeah, thanks for your time. I really appreciate it. Thanks for everyone watching.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
Looking forward to it. Obviously, after the summer that we've had, and it's just great to get back in the saddle, and hopefully get a little bit more regular content out as we can. Obviously depending on the kids, as long as they keep quiet, got them in the corner there, got them in the corner upstairs with gaffer tape, just make sure. Hopefully, just keep the content coming out and get some good people on. It's an open door, and we'll take it from there. So thanks, Mac. Thanks for everyone in the comments. We'll be back on Monday. Fingers crossed for everything Arsenal, and all I have to say for the first time this season is come on, you Reds.
Newcastle, the central figure again, and he looks to trick Michael again.